Hey everyone, I'm going to show you how to set up your Nektar Pacer to control the scenes and presets of your Axe effects. It's a pretty simple setup. All you need is to hook up your Nektar Pacer with a MIDI cable to the MIDI in of the Axe effects, and for the setup, hook up a USB cable from your Pacer up to your computer. First thing we want to do is tell the Axe effects which MIDI CC will control the scene selection and which one will increment and decrement the presets. Don't know if decrement's the right word. First thing you want to do is go to Setup, go to MIDI/Remote, then scroll all the way with your page over to Other. It's the final page. And here under Preset Scene, we're going to set the CC numbers of whatever we want it to be for each thing. So preset increment, let's set it to 46. Preset decrement, let's set it to 45. These numbers are completely arbitrary. If you have other MIDI devices, you don't want them to be conflicting, but if you're just setting up your Axe effects, that should be fine, whatever you want it to be. Then I'm going to go to Scene Select. Let's set it to 85, why not? You're gonna wanna make sure that you remember which number is which, have it on hand, write it down, get it tattooed to your forehead, anything you need to do to remember.
Next thing we're gonna do is actually set the Nektar Pacer, and there's a way to do this by hand. I like going to their website. They have a nice web utility that'll actually do it for you. Go to Support, Pacer Support, scroll down, and it's under Creating Customizing Presets for the Pacer, and it's right here. You can find a web-based editor for the Pacer, Francois Georgie's Pacer editor. This is a really neat utility. Read this just to make sure it connects, but I just plugged it in, pressed OK when the little dialog block right here popped up, and it was good to go. So go over to Controls. We're going to be setting A2 to do what we want. These buttons here represent what happens when each of the external foot switches or expression pedals, or I guess these are also external foot switches. I don't know. Here are the 6 main buttons out front, though. By default, it's just Program and Bank number 6, and that's about it. 6 through 11 for these first ones. This is Program 2. Program 1, it should be 0 through 5. But what we're going to do is go to CC Toggle, and remember the value that we specified before? Here's where it comes into play. We set Scene to be value 85. So we type in value 85 for the controller, which means that when the CC is toggled, it will set this value to controller number 85. 0 is basically preset 1. LED, let's set it to, let's do lime. Why not? I haven't done lime before. Lime. That's just to set the LEDs to a different color. This one, we're going to also set to CC toggle, controller 85. This value we're going to set to 1. Which is going to set it to preset 2. LED, we're also going to set back to lime. And repeat for this. CC toggle, controller 85, value of 2, number 4, CC toggle, 85. I said 85. Value of 3. So now what will happen is the first 4 foot switches will we'll set it to preset 1, 2, 3, and 4. For these next 2, I want it to do something a little bit different, and I want it to either go to the preset that's below this one or the one that's above it. So I'm going to go to CC toggle and controller. We said that preset decrement is 45. Just keep the value 0. Let's switch that LED to red. Cool. Let's do this one. CC toggle, LED red again, and the other value that we had was 46, if I'm right. So then we just hit update pacer. And boom, the pacer has been programmed so that it will send these CC messages, which we had told the XFX what to do when it receives those messages. Or more accurately, we told it that scene presets and, or scenes and preset increment and decrement should be controlled by these values.
And now I've got my Axe Edit pulled up to show you to make sure that it's working. Press that button. Press it again. And hopefully it's worked. Let's set it to something with more scenes. 59 bass guy has, 4 scenes. So press this button, and what do you know? It's gone to scene 2, scene 3, scene 4. That's cool. So as I press these buttons, should be changing what scene it is. Now to make sure that these 2 buttons worked. Sorry, I know you're seeing mostly my leg, but there we go. Now it's going to preset 1. Should just keep going up presets however many times I click this. And should be going down presets now. Cool. So that's the basics of that, and if you go back to that MIDI setup menu, you should be able to set anything you want to activate with any MIDI CC that you want, and tell any of these buttons, at least the front 4 and then whatever your foot switches and external ones do, to do whatever you want them to do. Cool. I think next I'm gonna try to figure out how to make it press drive and delay and toggle reverb and switch other stuff, just to see if I can. Cool. Hope this has helped. It took me about 4 hours to figure it out because I was a beginner, and hopefully it will not take you 4 hours now.